Beyonce is coming to town. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sia, and today we're doing the February budget. But before we get into February, let's do a little quick recap of January. For January, in my goals I had for the month, I put track expenses weekly, save for Beyonce's announcement on January 14th, and put $300 towards debt weekly. One thing that I did do was I did track my expenses weekly, and I'm so happy about that. So that makes it so much easier, for one, to share with you guys how I'm actually spending my money versus my budget at the end of the month, and two, just of course for myself to see how I'm actually spending my money versus how I budgeted it, just in case I need to adjust some things or I need to reel it back in and slow down a little bit. So I'm so glad that I did that. I'm going to continue to do that. Save for Beyonce's announcement. I did have some money aside for that. She did not make the announcement because, I don't know, well, because as you all probably know, there were wildfires in Southern California, not too far from where I live, to be honest, but thankfully I was not affected by them. But she did push back her announcement due to that, and actually she just made the announcement today, like 12 midnight last night, that she is in fact going on tour. So I did already start doing my February budget, but your girl is going to have to rework that, okay? Because that money that I put aside for her, I use that for other things. And then three, put $300 towards my debt weekly. I did not do that. I did that to start, but at the second half of the month, I did not do that because, you guys, I got a new job. So I started a new job. Tomorrow will start my third week at the job, and of course when transitioning, pay, you don't know when you're gonna get paid, or you may know a little late or whatever. So, and with my last job, you know, slowing down from there, I got paid less than I originally planned for the month because of that new job transition. So I did not put money towards debt on the last 2 weeks of the month, I guess, but I did for the beginning of the month, and I will explain and show you guys as we go through how I spent my money. So let's start with income. So my income for the month for my full-time job, which I have it kind of split right now, but it was my job that I had for the whole month basically, I made $7,487.01. I did move some of that to part-time because I started just consulting for them a few hours a week. So there's that. And then for my budget trackers, I made $18.93 this month, which, thank you guys for supporting me. I know it's coming from you guys that are watching my YouTube videos because I have not been promoting it on TikTok. I haven't really been doing videos on TikTok at all, but I do plan to get back to it. So if you're on TikTok, definitely go find me. I believe I'm on there, Sia Lynn as well, or Love Sia. So for a total income of $7,505.94. I don't put my income in here before taxes or insurance or retirement or anything like that. There's no use in looking at that. I just need to look at what I'm bringing home. So that is my net income. So let's go over my expenses. So the expenses overview. For business, I had budgeted $489.99. Ended up only spending $232, so I saved $257 there. For my credit cards, I budgeted $1,514, and that's partially because of the $300 a week that I was supposed to be putting towards my debt. I only ended up paying $922 and basically saving $591 in that bucket. For donations, I did not budget for donations, but I did end up donating, or spending $61.50 on donations. So Mario and I went to volunteer near Pasadena, or Altadena, where the fires were, but we were in Pasadena, and before we got to the place to volunteer, we picked up some diapers, a whole bunch of different size diapers, and we split the cost of that. And then I think I probably donated to a GoFundMe for a family that was in need because of the fires. So that is where that went. For entertainment, I put $250 in the budget for that, and that was purely for Beyonce, which I know wasn't even enough to begin with. But yeah, I ended up spending $137.88. Was not towards Beyonce, of course. Food delivery. Food delivery, I budgeted $125, and I ended up spending $344, you guys. Oh my goodness. I didn't even, what's so crazy to me is that I did not even order out as much as I normally do. So to even see that I can easily spend $344, and when I order out, it's usually for both me and Mario, and like if he orders, it's for me and him, whatever. So of course it's gonna be a little bit more each time, but like that's just a few trips, not trips, that's just a few orders, you guys. Like Okay, that is where I did bad. So I overspent by $219. I'm really focusing on my fitness right now, so that I expect to be less in the month of February. You guys hold me to it. I did do well this month when it came to my fitness. Like, I'm trying to lose weight, and apparently I am 7 pounds down. I didn't even realize. So like, I know I'm doing better, but I need to do even better. I need to do my best. So gifts, I didn't budget for gifts, but did spend $52.95 on gifts. Groceries, budgeted $400, ended up spending $513.61, which is an overspend of $113. Going to really try to stick to the budget this month. I know it's hard with everything going up, like literally. The price of eggs is like $14-15 here. The price of eggs are ridiculous, but we did find that Trader Joe's still has eggs for the low, but we have to go really early. Like, we went grocery shopping this morning literally, and we were behind the guy that took the last dozen and a half, because there was a dozen eggs and there was a half a dozen eggs available. We were right behind that guy, so we did not get to get eggs, and we got there maybe before 10 o'clock this morning. So listen, things are going up, but we're still going to try to stick to the grocery budget and not move it. Loans, I budgeted $1,287 and I ended up spending $1,279. The difference there is only because I think I put my student loan amount wrong in the budget side by a few dollars, so there's that. But I did pay off the personal loan that I did have from Laser Away, so another cheers to that. That is done. That used to run me like $102 a month, so now that is back in my pocket, although that's just going to get rolled over to more debt. I don't have that bill anymore, so I'm happy that I did pay off my lowest debt, not including medical, as I have not put medical in here. Personal care, I budgeted $150 and then end up spending $599. You guys, just listen to me real quick. I know that sounds like a lot of overspend, but I did have in the budget for February initially to get my hair treatment, my keratin treatment. I moved that up to January since I was starting my new job. Okay. For rent and utilities, I budgeted $16.85. Actually spent $14.87, and that's just because I moved some things to my last check of the month that I was able to pay literally just yesterday on February 1st. Shopping, I budgeted $300. I ended up spending $605. You guys, I'm gonna blame everything on the new job. I am. I had no clothes. I had nothing to wear, okay? Subscriptions, $54 budgeted, $63 spent. That just means there's a subscription in there that I didn't capture. Transportation, $40 budgeted, and I spent $129, and that's just, I didn't budget me going shopping, like taking an Uber to go shopping, and I did miss the bus one day coming home from work, so I took the Uber like halfway so I could just beat the bus to a bus stop and then caught the bus, because taking an Uber all the way home would be too much. And then family, I budgeted $15.32 and spent $14.55, and partially that's just me shifting a little bit to the next month. And then in the savings and investments, in the buffer, I'm really just putting in right now like my starting month's balance and then where I end the month to shift it to the next month, just so everything kind of nets out to zero. So at the bottom of the budget, I started tracking my dollars as well, because sometimes I'll have, you know, some cost spending, and I just want to make sure I keep track of my dollars. And so I want to get this to zero by the end of the month, basically. So if I have any money left over, then I just put it in the buffer and then move that to the next month so I can continue tracking the cash. And speaking of next month, let's go into February. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller. So for February, you guys, if you watch my videos from last year, my monthly budget videos from last year, you know that I put in little quotes and stuff in the budget. This month says, wealth will always come along the journey if you're always exploring what you love. And I love that. It definitely resonates, and I hope it'll resonate some more, and I hope I can make some money in doing the things that I enjoy more outside of work, of course. But anyways, my goals of the month. So I have one goal to pay off my Capital One card. And if we look over here, my Capital One card is at $2,258. I didn't make more goals for the month, but let's say put aside money for the Cowboy Carter tour, guys. Beyonce is coming to town, so we gotta put money aside. The tour, and then my next goal for the month, like I said, I want to continue budgeting, like tracking weekly, so I'll do that again here. Track expenses weekly. All right, I've already started filling out the budget like I mentioned, and I split out now. My full-time job is now my new job, and I don't get paid weekly anymore. I don't like it. I'd rather budget weekly, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. For the first check, I only got paid for like 4 days, so a partial, like almost a week. So that first check I got already $1,865.25. It was on January 31st, but I put it in February because literally I wasn't doing anything with it until February 1st, and it's going to fund my life for February. So at least the first half of February. So I put it in here, and I think I'm gonna start doing that going forward anyways. I have the last one for this month on February 28th in here, but I'm probably going to shift that so I can take a little peek. So that's going to be shifted when we do the like budget recap at the end of the month and going into March. But anyways, I put an estimate because I still don't know exactly how much I'm going to get paid semi-monthly, but so I put an estimate of like $3,800, and then consulting costs for the other place that I'm, you know, giving a few hours of my time to each week. I put in like $400 a week because that's how much I should be getting, around somewhere between $300 and $400. So that's what I put in there. For my budget, I have my normal expenses, and you guys know, like I said, I usually track weekly, and I kind of kept it that way. I'll be getting paid weekly for the consulting hours that I'm doing. Kind of kept it that way, but I have moved some things around. So like I have my personal care, my Peloton membership, Apple Music, LifeLock, Google One for, you know, the Google Drive space, my Bank of America credit card, and my Capital One credit card, which is normally due, but you can see here I have $300 going to that card. That is an extra payment to that card, and I did already send that out, so I gotta figure out how to pay for the tour somewhere else. Didn't hold on to that money. Gas, this is from last month, but I shifted it to February 1st because that's when I made the payment. And same thing with electric, groceries. So now that I'm getting paid semi-monthly, I'm going to have to hold my grocery money in the checks that I get, unless I do it with the, you know, weekly small amounts that I get. But I'm not going to do that since I am still, you know, paying my mother's rent. I am just gonna take that out of that weekly money that I'm getting. So I have to hold on to this grocery money and just make sure I don't touch it. But make sure I don't touch it, because each check will cover 2 weeks of my life, basically. European Wax Center, budgeted $100. Nails and skincare, which I think this is just the skincare, this $80. I did need some stuff for my skin, or I'm running out of a few things, so I will need to re-up there. My video editor, which just made a payment for my last 2 videos, and then budgeting for my next few videos. And then mom's rent, which, you know, was paid on first. Food delivery, I'm gonna put $50 in that bucket again, and I'm gonna try again to make sure I stay on track. And then I have some business costs, and this is more like tax yearly forms that I have to fill out and pay for, so that's why that's so high this month. And then transportation. And then the following week I have smaller things due, like my monthly lotion subscription that I get from Amazon. Again, of course, video editor, and putting away mom's rent. This cost here that I have for business, this is for my Mocha Swim website. So I'm paying Shopify $40 a month, but I haven't really been promoting it lately. So I'm thinking maybe I put that on pause this month. I don't know. I'm gonna talk about that in a video very soon, and I keep saying that, but I am gonna talk about it in a video very soon about my whole process of starting my swimwear line and everything that has gone wrong. So I may or may not, I may put this on pause so I can just save that $40 and maybe try to sell again in like the spring and summertime. My next one is where I get my next big check, is at the middle of the month. So I have more money. That's when I'm gonna start putting away like my rent. Like you guys know, I normally do put away my rent weekly, but since I'm not getting paid weekly anymore, I'm gonna do half of it the first check, and then the other half for the second check. And then I also have another Apple subscription, and here I had $1,500 to go to my Capital One credit card. But you guys, Beyonce's in town, so we're going to delete that. Okay, we're going to say like $700. We're gonna hold about $800 for Beyonce. Don't really plan on spending that much, but we're going to hold that, okay? So let me go put that $800 in entertainment fund money. Oh, I already had $150 here. Yeah, I'm gonna still put the $800. we're gonna hold that, okay? And whatever I don't spend, I'm telling you guys now, I'll put it on the credit card. I have another subscription, credit card, minimum payment, my federal loans, minimum payment, my phone bill, groceries again for the following week. This will be for my nails, the same video editor, weekly. Most things are the same. I did put some more money in my clothing budget. As I told you guys, I have a new job. I do go in only once a week currently, but I really don't have any like office appropriate clothing, or mostly things that just fit, period. So I need to keep a little bit in that bucket so I can just, you know, get the basics, get the things that I need. And then in the last week, which would be like funding my first week of March, I just put in, you know, that payment I'll get at the end of the month. And then a lot of these payments look very similar to the beginning of the month. And then I also, again, have extra money going towards my credit card debt. And this I'm going to up since I lowered it in the middle of the month for my Capital One card, and I want to pay it off. What did I say it was at? $22.58. So I'm going to need to put $1,258 there. Let's see if there's enough money. There was enough money there. Okay. So in order to pay it off this month, still in my February 28th check, that day I'll pay the balance, unless I spend less, of course, for my first check of the month, which is in the middle of the month, and put more on it. But that is what I'll budget for it there. And then I have like $657 left to spend in that last week. So I am going to put that after my Capital One card. I want to start working on my Apple card. So I'm going to put some money towards my Apple card, and we'll put like $400. That'll leave me with a buffer, and I'm just going to put the remaining, which is like $597.76, which I could budget out, and I should budget out, but for right now I'm going to put it in the buffer because each week I'll really like figure out what each week is going to look like. I am planning on traveling this month, so I may use that money as a like travel money, so I'll leave that in my little buffer account here. So 263, because you know I like to make everything zero, as I should. 4359, and then of course once I actually know how much I'm getting paid, I'll be able to adjust this even better. And I already started, because I do this on Saturdays. Me and Mario do this on Saturday mornings where we sit down together and we put in our expenses. So I already started putting my expenses in for the month of February. As you can see here, nothing's over budget yet, thankfully. There shouldn't be anyways. That is what my February is looking like. I can't wait to see how much these tickets cost for Beyonce. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's take a look at my debt tracker. So here is my debt tracker. I do plan on doing a separate video for this, but this is where I track all my debts. And so far I am down for the month of January. So when I track my debts, let me make this clear. When I track my debts, I put in like my payments, any spending, any interest or whatever, so that this should always reflect what my actual balances are. So for the month of January, I was able to bring my debts down overall $1,174.19. And then so far for the month of February, it's down $558. I will make another video going over my debts. I can't wait to see how this month goes. I also, with my new job, am able to expense my health and fitness payments up to $100. So I may be able to get that $44 back that I spent on Peloton, and maybe try out some other classes with the remaining money or whatever, but we'll see how that goes. But until then, you guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.